Built in the early 19th century, the Heritage House at 87 Mai Street has a traditional Vietnamese architecture. It has both home and shop functions. Before 1945, its owner was a rice trader. Then he sold it to a Chinese medicine trader. In the 1954, the family of this Chinese moved to the south of the country by abandoning the house under the management of the public authorities. The Municipal Cadastre, the housing department, has shared this house with 5 Vietnamese families. In 1999, the house was restored as a pilot project of a cooperation between the city of Hanoi and the city of Toulouse for the conservation of the restoration of Hanoi Old Quarter. Currently, it is a well-preserved house of this type, of traditional dwelling in the Old Quarter. For a total area of 157.6 square meters, the plot of this house has a length of 28 meters. As for the width, it is 5 meters in front and 6 meters back. According to the traditional Vietnamese mentality, this is a field promising of prosperity later. Its owner would be more and more prosperous. The spatial organization of the house is alternative between buildings and courtyards. According to this principle, the first building has the shop of the ground floor and the living room upstairs. As for the second building, the lower floor was used as a storage place for merchandise and the room for servants, while the upper floor was the owner's room with a corner of chess game under Redola, forward as a drying yard for medical products back. These 2 buildings are separately by a large courtyard, allowing the natural lighting and ventilation of the whole house. It is named the Dry Courtyard and decorated with bonsai plots and ensure the presence of natural inside the house. The third building includes the toilet and the warehouse. Between this one and the second buildings, there is another particularly covered courtyard for cooking. In the open air part of the courtyard, there are rainwater tank and a washing place. That's why this second yard is named the wet yard. Thanks to the well-placed arrangement, the house is well ventilated and naturally lit. This is one of the great adventures of the traditional housing in Vietnam in general, and in the Hanoi Old Quarter especially, to ensure adaptation to the local climate conditions. Here we can see sharing of spaces between various functions of housing, production and trading under the same roof. The roof of the house is supported by a wooden frame. This is double-pitched and double-tiled roof. The facade of the house is designed symmetrically. The main door is placed in the middle with solid doors, while the 2 large side windows serve a commercial display. That's why their sliding leaves are removable. Above the door and the windows is a horizontal opening with wooden bolsters that cross in any length. Thus, when the door and the windows are completely closed, the house remains always lit and ventilated. The staircase leading to the upper floor with a handrail also decorated with wooden bolsters. The exterior bolsters are built with brick pillars and decorated with ceramic tiles in the shape of lemon blossom. On the upper floor of the second building, the main door leaves are composed of balusters for the upper part and carved panels for the lower one. The interior of the house is decorated with antique furniture, especially the living room and the bedroom. The saloon is considered a Solomon place, which also includes the altar of the ancestors with a horizontal panel and 2 parallel sentences as usual. The bedroom is also carefully furnished with furniture that also allows the owner to have meals, tea, or receive immigrant guests. The traditional house invokes the image of rural houses compared to 3 or 5 bays that are arranged differently to meet the daily needs of a family whose wife was a shopkeeper or husband practiced a craft.